My fellow wealth creators, Matty Ice here. It's been a while since I've gone live, and I don't know, just kind of in the mood to do so. I was creating a little bit of content earlier about this, and I'm reading a very good book. It's called Corporation and LLC Secrets, complete guide, goes on. I highly recommend it if you're looking to lower your tax liability. There's some really good stuff in here. But there's a part where talking about life insurance, and he doesn't make any definitive statements or anything, and it's not a book about life insurance, but he does make a statement that I'm going to push back on a little bit. And yeah, I think this kind of stuff just provides a good opportunity to have a conversation about these things, expand our minds a little bit, expand our financial IQ and understanding about these different financial products and strategies and how we can use them to accelerate the wealth building process in our lives. So I'm going to read just a quick paragraph here. So starting off with life insurance, he says, while not everyone needs life insurance, it can be a good tool to protect loved ones who depend on you in the event of your death. Pretty basic stuff. I agree. Here's where I'm going to push back, though. He says, for example, a single individual with no children doesn't necessarily need a life insurance policy. And this is, I'm definitely going to push back on that. Because a statement like that assumes that the only benefit, the only value you get from a life insurance policy is the death benefit. So your loved ones only benefit if you pass away, and that's just not true. Now, obviously, for some life insurance policies, that's the case, like term or whatever, right, where they expire and you don't have the coverage anymore. Okay, but it's no secret on this channel, anyways. I talk about it all the time. I'm a huge fan of high cash value dividend paying whole life insurance and using it to implement the infinite banking concept to really accelerate the wealth building process in our lives, take back a lot of the control of our money. And see, to me, those are benefits that and things that a single individual with no kids could absolutely benefit from. So, I mean, the question would be, would a single individual with no kids benefit from a really strong financial foundation to build on so that they can, it's more realistic, more financially, they're more financially comfortable to, get married, have kids, buy the house, etc. If they already have that really strong financial foundation, I'd say so. Would a single individual with no kids benefit from a really awesome, powerful, safe place to save and store capital over the long run? I think so. Would they benefit from an asset that's going to grow uninterrupted, compound uninterrupted, tax-free for the rest of their lives, and they have access to their cash value to build wealth in multiple places at once? For example, I use my policies all the time to do real estate. I'm actually closing in on my third deal. Should be done pretty soon here. And this year, so it'll be my second deal this year. My policies, I just received my dividend from my Lafayette policy. It was pretty awesome. And I've done 2 real estate deals as well. So I built wealth in 2 places at once. Could a single individual with no kids not benefit from that? I think they could. So I guess the point is that there's more benefits, there's more features, there's more value that we get from something like a custom designed, high cash value, dividend paying whole life policy that we can use to accelerate the wealth building process other than just the death benefit. Now, the death benefit is very important. I want to be clear on that. All right, but that's not what this particular video is about. All right, maybe I'll do a separate video on that. Death benefit is freaking amazing. But here's the other part of that too, is most people, a lot of people anyways, at some point want to get married and have kids. So would it not make sense to start building that financial foundation now so that by the time you do get married and have kids, you already have a massive amount of death benefit? You already have that really strong financial foundation. I would think that would put you in a much stronger position to start the family, buy the house, and start building. Now, you don't have to have all of that in place, obviously, but I do find that when you have a really strong financial foundation that's going to grow for the rest of your life, you have access to capital and liquidity and stuff like that. It just puts you in a very strong position financially so that these major life decisions are just easier to make, and it just, things tend to go more smoothly, I guess, when you have a solid foundation. So anyways, I don't know what be for I don't know what the comments are doing, but whatever. So, anyways, that's I just wanted to share that with you guys because I have greatly benefited from life insurance, and I don't have kids. I'm not married yet. Maybe at some point in the future, of course, but I massively benefit from my policies from a wealth building perspective, and it doesn't that part of it doesn't really have much to do with the death benefit. Death benefit is amazing, but being able to build wealth in two places at once, having a really awesome place to save and store capital long term that's going to compound tax free for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's pretty powerful stuff. So it goes way beyond the death benefit, guys, when you know what you're doing. So, anyways, hope you guys are crushing it. Hope that was helpful. Make sure you check out some of my other content on the channel. You know, go to millennialwealthcreator.com. That's my website. I got tons of free resources on there for you guys. And free infinite banking masterclass. I got calculators, I got quizzes, and all this stuff. You know, just sharing my wealth building journey, what's working for me. So, anyways, hope you guys are crushing it, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Assuming that I can close out of this.